everybody, and welcome to the Two Player Podcast with Matt Likes Games and Ham Solo. Enjoy the show. And welcome to the Two Player Podcast with Matt Likes Games and Hamothy Solo. Enjoy the show.
God damn. That's some shit.
All right, hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Two Player Podcast. We had a bye week last week because I was in the middle of a move, but we're back this week. I'm with Ham Solo, 05 Gaming. How you doing? What you been up to? What you playing?
What's cracking, man? I've been playing a lot of Remnant, Ark Survival Evolved. Let's see. PlayStation Plus Premium on cloud on my Steam Deck.
Whoa.
Because you can't do it on, devices that are made for PlayStation, handhelds. But anyways, yeah, I've been playing that. That's pretty much the gist of it for the most part. I've been playing a ton of Ark. I guess you can throw in Call of Duty and Halo as well as other games that I've been playing. Dragon's Dogma even too.
Yeah, have you by chance played the Firefight mode yet?
I haven't. I wanted to try to play that last night with you, and I remember Mike was talking about it and stuff like that. So
yeah, I played it last night. It's matchmaking, by the way, but I played it last night, and I played it like 4 matches before the show. It's fantastic. It's so much fun. And they also have a heroic version of it too, which is just more difficult version, which I gotta try. But I'm down to try that whenever y'all are trying to play that, because that is awesome. But yeah, I'm sorry I cut you off. Playing Halo, Call of Duty, what else?
No. That was it. Halo, Call of Duty, Ark Survival Evolved, Remnant 2. Yeah,
Not bad.
Yeah, I already said everything.
Yeah, man. So for myself, God, dude, ADHD's nuts. Terminator, Halo, Call of Duty. I'm missing something in there. Starfield. I got back on Starfield for a little bit. What else? NBA. And there's something else. Oh, GTA. I started GTA again. GTA 5. And I don't really know where I'm playing that right now, because I started on Xbox and then I started on PlayStation at the same time, and I don't know which one I'm playing more of, but I started it again. That's the point. So a lot of games. My ADHD's been everywhere, but been playing a ton of shit. But let's get into the topics because that's really what we're all here for right now. I mean, we got to start with GTA 6, and I might as well, while we're talking about it, bring it up here on the stream so you guys can see the trailer. I'll just put it on loop, honestly. Let's see. There we go. Now you guys can see it, but this trailer dropped not on time because it was actually leaked and Rockstar had to get ahead of it. But you've seen the trailer, Ham. What are your thoughts? How are you feeling about GTA 6 after having seen this trailer?
Man, Stellar Yams, move out the way. There are bigger yams to take care of.
Way bigger. These things.
Way bigger. Like, goddamn. Like, to me, it was just insane to see all the stuff that they included from reality and put into a video game, and everyone thinks the video game's crazy, and it's just like, yeah, that's
just Florida.
Yeah, I mean, you can call Grand Theft Auto crazy, but that's kind of just Florida.
Yep. Dude, it's shocking exactly what you're talking about. Like the number of videos I've seen of things that are exactly from this trailer, but in real life, it's pretty nuts. The gator in Walmart, which is just wild. The fact that you can be in Florida and a gator might just show up in Walmart. That just might happen. That lady with the hammer and the fucking the whatever other thing in her hands. I mean, the dude dancing on the boat, the chick twerking on the car. I mean, everything is pulled straight out of Florida, and it's hilarious. But how do you feel about being in the city?
You cut out right there a little bit.
Oh yes, and how do you feel about it being back in Vice City?
Well, seeing that Vice City was my favorite Grand Theft Auto of all of them, I'm super stoked to see that. I just kind of like that vibe in GTA a little bit more than the grittiness of like a New York, or even some of the grittiness about like Los Angeles. I just think it's really cool that there's like a beach nearby. Everything just looks like bright and lively, and the people are dressed, all sorts of different ways. So yeah. I mean, I think it's just a little bit more of eye candy than San Andreas ever could be, dash Los Santos, whatever you want to call it, and like Staten Island and stuff like that. Like don't get me wrong, those are all really cool, and it'd be really interesting to see like GTA 4 remade for today. Like that would be dope to see.
I love it. I would buy that so
but seeing that my favorite Grand Theft Auto was Vice City, this is kind of like hitting me right in the feels, I really hope that they kind of reiterate Tommy Vercetti somewhere in the story. Like I'm really hoping that I hear that name.
They're gonna mention his name. He was brutally beaten to death.
Oh, if they do that, I'm feeling mad as hell, man. I'm like, damn.
They give him an off-screen death. Oh my god. No, yeah, dude, I would be nice. It would definitely be nice to hear Tommy Vercetti again in some way, shape, or form, like some kind of cameo. That would be awesome to see. But this is current day Miami, right? Or Vice City. It's current day.
Yeah, right? I believe so. I mean, what is more current day than all that news stuff that happened on there?
Yeah,
working on top of cars, like all that stuff is current day news. So I would definitely say it's set in within the last few years.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if they could get Tommy Vercetti in there somehow. But dude, this trailer just looks awesome. Also, that male character, I don't know why his face looks so familiar. I don't know if they took his likeness from an actor who was in another game that I played. I don't know. Maybe does his face look super familiar to you? See if I can fast forward it to it. God damn, where's he at? Right there. He looks ridiculously familiar. And I don't know what that is. I don't even know if I have on low latency or not. But whoever it is, it looks familiar. I'm excited to check this out because, I mean, it is... I guess it's a big topic we should talk about. The fact that it's a female protagonist in the game. That we play as a female character.
Not a big deal to me.
No, not to me either. But apparently, there's a lot of cool people on Twitter who are up in arms about playing as a female protagonist in GTA. And I mean, you just said it yourself. You don't care. I know I don't give a shit. I'm trying to figure out why anyone would care that you're playing. Like, after seeing that trailer, the thing you take away from it is, I gotta play as a girl.
Well, maybe if... Oh, man, that's disrespectful. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I was going to say, maybe if your last game was Horizon, then maybe you'd be a little like, eh.
Oh, sure. I mean, yeah, but... I mean, Aloy's personality is just so uniquely terrible. It's just so uniquely non-existent.
Yeah, I'll keep it honest. It's very rare that I've had like a bad game experience with a female character, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like Horizon Forbidden West is the only game where I'm just kind of like, the character is boring, and it has nothing to do with their gender. It's just like, just boring.
Exactly. Like, and
right.
And that's the thing. It's like I played Horizon Forbidden West too, just like you. I thought Aloy was boring, not because she's a lady, but because she's genuinely dull. She's just dull and boring. But like,
you know what women were good in video games that I really enjoyed.
Let's name.
Because I feel like people hearing that were like, "Oh yeah, you're being an Xbox chill and whatnot."
Oh no,
yo, Last of Us.
Last of Us has amazing characters.
You know what I'm saying? Both of the females in Last of Us 2 were phenomenal to play as. They had phenomenal stories. They had, even though Ellie was kind of a piece of work, not the best person.
Towards the end,
was still like what was cool about her, even though that she wasn't exactly the coolest character, is that she was a straight thug, man. Like it was like, this girl don't give a damn. Like she's trying to just murder everything and everybody. So yeah, so like although she was very heavily disliked by a lot of people just for the way that she carried on, nobody, like she could not be fucked with. Like she was a problem.
Yeah. And just to further prove the point of like, it's not a anti PlayStation thing. Nadine Ross and Uncharted, Chloe Fraser and Uncharted.
That ass whooping I got. I'll never forget that ass whooping I took from Nadine.
It's nuts. It's nuts. She beats the shit out of you multiple times in Uncharted 4. She beats the shit out of you. Like, I mean, she's a badass bitch. She is a badass bitch, and she beat the fuck out of Jerry.
Yeah, man, me and my brother simultaneously took an L. Just a very, very disrespectful L.
She was fighting you and Sam at the same time. It's hilarious. Y'all, if you guys haven't played Uncharted 4, you got to play Uncharted 4. It's phenomenal. And
then right after I get my ass beat, bro gives me the most devastating news. And I'm just like, Why am I here?
I was real disappointed at that point. Like, this is just sad.
That was one of the few times, and I gotta give Sony a hand for that. That was one of the few times where my character and me felt the exact same. There's not very many video games that can do that. So shout out to Naughty Dog, because I've there's only been a few games where I see something happen, my character's kind of pissed and disgusted, and me too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just like, man, I got your back, Nate. Man, this is foul.
It was wild. I remember the first time I played that. I was just like you said. I was like, I'm actually pissed off. I'm actually pissed off at this character that isn't real. I'm genuinely pissed. Dude, but yeah, they did a really good job with that game. I mean, speak on female characters a little bit more. Cassandra from Assassin's Creed. I know you didn't love Assassin's Creed Odyssey, but Cassandra from Assassin's Creed Odyssey, especially compared to the dude from Assassin's Creed Odyssey, the dude is... Because I made the dude the first time I played that game, and he was just boring as shit. He's basically Aloy, but a dude. And I'm like, nope, I'm all good. I'm all good. And I made Cassandra, and she ended up being like one of the best characters I played in the game. I also really What's up?
No, I was just gonna say quick. I feel like the dudes in some of the newer Assassin's Creeds are way too damn corny.
Yeah, I felt the same with Valhalla. The dude in Valhalla, it's like you're kind of just boring. You're a little boring, and I don't want to be in this cool world with a boring ass character. I don't want that. But yeah, I mean, there's tons of awesome female characters. But yeah, playing as a female character in GTA doesn't bother me. If anything, I think is pretty cool, given the fact that I know you guys mentioned it on your show. They had playable female characters in GTA 1. I don't remember that. I mean, I played GTA 1 very vaguely, like very briefly. So I don't really remember that. So this will be like the first time really in my life where I'm playing as a female character in GTA. And that's pretty cool to me.
I'm just like Loke. I might be out in the thong the whole damn time.
Sure. I mean,
hey, if they're gonna build that level of detail, I'm gonna tell you right now that I'm taking advantage.
Why not? You're in Miami, bud. Vice City. Might as well look up some stuff.
There's been plenty of times where I have had a female character, and I mean, I'm a guy that likes women. So like sometimes, I get a little something tight to put on. I do it.
Sure.
Looks good. It's nice to see my character looking fantastic. Shout out to the devs. Thank you for giving me something to look at while I'm playing. Yams. I like yams.
And there's a lot of that. I mean, just in this trailer, forget the whole game whenever it releases. In 2025, by the way. But just in this trailer, there's a lot of ass. There's a lot of ass in this trailer. So it's like, when that game releases, I feel like it's going to be a problem for a lot of people. It's going to be a problem. We sort of talked about it the other night, but yeah, it'll be an issue. But dude, you ain't lying. That level of detail is it's different. It's a whole new level. But speaking of GTA 6, this is something I really wanted to talk about. It mentions PS5, Xbox Series X and S, or Take-Two mentions both of those consoles, or both those platforms, but no mention of PC. Now, what are your thoughts? Because we're to assume now that this game isn't coming for PC day one. I mean, I feel like it's safe to assume that. So what are your thoughts that this, yet again, here we are, another Rockstar release, not coming to PC day one?
I think it's kind of silly. And I don't know what their excuse is. So whether it's like hacking or modding or whatever the heck, or possibly even like, pirating,
Yeah.
right? That's something I feel like they need to kind of think about and figure out how to better manage that situation themselves. It shouldn't be, in my opinion, for a game that big, I feel like whatever platform you can hit, you should be there day one. You should be. You should try to be getting as much money as possible from everywhere because everybody wants it.
Mm-hmm.
And what platform has the most, storage and power? PC. It's a PC platform. So I just feel like it's kind of ridiculous. Especially with the like we just got done talking about the level of detail in this game. What can bring that out better than a 4090 or 7900 XTX or something like that? Like if Cyberpunk could do it, why can't you? Like, I don't understand that. I really don't. We just seen what Starfield did. It was on Game Pass, and look how much it's still sold on Steam and what. So.
Yep.
To me, this is just whatever excuse that they have. It's just not good enough to me.
I would agree with that. I feel, especially given the amount of time they've had with this game, 2025 it releases. I mean, who knows when in 2025? Let's just say middle of the year, 2025. It will have been 12 years and change since the release of GTA 5. Now, granted, common sense tells us in that 12 years, a lot of that time went to GTA Online. Probably too much of that time. But still, you had 12 years for this game. You're not going to release it day one mobile's the biggest gaming platform. But the biggest gaming platform that can play GTA 6 would be PC. You're not going to release it on that platform. And then you're going to release it next year or the year after or whatever. And you'll have people like me who double dip. I'll double dip. I'll get it on PC. But you'll also have people who remember you not releasing it on PC day one and say, fuck that, I'm going to pirate that.
Right.
So
what happens when games aren't available on Nintendo? People pirate it on PC and play it on their Steam decks and stuff like that.
Yeah, 100%. And the thing is,
emulation is out of control for Nintendo because they won't bring certain things back, and it's just,
it's hard. It's hard to be upset about it.
Exactly, because it's just like, okay, this is capable. You know that, we know that, we're not crazy. You just don't want to either pay for it or do it because of, I don't know, some sort of internal feelings about it, or not wanting to deal with whatever pushback could come from it. And it's just like, you're already getting pushback. I don't understand why you think you're dodging something. You're actually forming another problem by dodging another.
Yeah. 100%. Back from the Dead, appreciate you. Bill just stopped by. Back from the Dead, in reference to GTA 6 real quick, says, any chance that Smack That by Akon is on the track list? I mean, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed we get Smack That by Akon and GTA 6.
I'm expecting some Pitbull to be on there somewhere.
Oh,
I really hope they have an old school radio station though, like that plays like old school hits from like Vice City and stuff like that. I really hope they bring back. I think it was 105 The Fever.
Yeah, dude, I'm sure that you got to, because 80s music, I feel like is, even today, it feels like, just feels like it would be synonymous with Miami. It just,
neon lights, man, neon lights.
Yeah, it seems perfect for that. But back to GTA on PC and the whole issue there. It's like, people want to give you money, like they're willing to give you money. Here's the thing: if it was on PC day one, you talk about double dipping. I'd get it on Xbox and probably PC, and then eventually I'd probably end up getting on PS5 as well.
Oh yeah,
I'm triple dipping.
I'm definitely getting it on Series X first, and then PS5 for sure. I mean,
100%.
I don't see why not, because I just kind of want to try it everywhere. I just kind of do. It sounds silly, but I just do.
Yeah. I don't blame you. I'll do the same thing.
Big.
Oh, Two Bigs here. What's up, man? Bill says he's on Xbox day one. He says he wants Midnight Club 3 vibes. Remember, we had a 2-hour conversation just on the music from that game. Dude, the music at Midnight Club 3 is pretty untouched. I think Underground 2 had really good music, but Midnight Club 3 still kind of clears a little bit. But yeah, dude, they could have a ridiculous soundtrack in this game. I'm interested to see what it is, but I mean, only time will tell.
They gotta have Kodak Black in the game, in the music of the game, not because his music is the best, just because he kind of represents the Florida man kind of attitude, in my opinion. I think his music goes great with this particular game. Sniper game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just think it actually fits here, right? Maybe even man, like I don't know, man. I'm thinking of all kinds of like just dope music that they could add into this game. Really taking advantage of, Florida, and man, it'd be it'd just be so cool seeing all that. Yeah, I agree. I agree with Bill on some of these banger songs just need to be in there for sure.
It'd be cool to see, like, I know it's not like the biggest artist, but someone like Puya, who's from Florida.
Yes.
It would be dope to see him get some love in the soundtrack somewhere. It would be nice. Like, there's a lot of artists from Florida that are not the biggest artists, but like they have a name in Florida. It would be dope to see one of them, a few of them, get some love in the soundtrack somewhere. I'd like to see that for sure. There's a lot of music, man, that they could put in there, and it would fit so, especially because it's current day, man. You could put so much stuff in there. But yeah, man, we'll see. We will see. But yeah, as for this whole PC issue, I mean, that's just what it is. It's an issue. They should definitely have this on PC day one, and the fact that they don't is probably only gonna, cause more people to pirate it in the long run. So, that is what it is. It sucks, but I don't blame them. I can't blame them for it. I mean, it's just like, dude, we want to give you our money. We were dying to give you our money for this, and you're just not setting us. You're not setting us up for it. So, I guess you kind of deserve it a little bit. Bill says, I was reading into the Rockstar Newswire, and the game is taking place in the state of Leonida, so it will be a broad area like San Andreas and not just Vice City. Yeah, like, I would imagine it's not just Vice City because, Miami, I'm sure they get some gators down there every now and then, but it looks like there's some swamp area, some like up north Florida kind of shit. So I'm definitely interested to see what that's all about.
I called it, I guess, then, right? Because I was saying I want some Bayou. Remember?
Yeah, it looks like we're getting it. I'm down for that. I'm down for that because
on the Bayou. Yep.
Because Vice City gets all the attention, but dude, if we're getting like a big map spanning the different areas of Florida, I mean, I'm gonna spend a lot of time in that swamp area. Just fucking getting gators. Just getting gators and robbing people.
Mike's gonna go get some swamp ass.
Where's Mike at? Let's get Mike in this chat. Bill, message Mike. Tell him that we're live, bud. Tell him we're talking about swamp.
He might be working. I don't know.
Yeah, he might be. That's why I love Mafia 3, bro. I love the buy. Dude, I need to play Mafia 3. I still need to play I own it too on PS5 or PS4 and Xbox. I own it. There's Mike. Holy shit. And he's on time. He's right on time. Just got off work. Have Swamp Ass as we speak. That's hilarious.
Oh my god.
My god. Good stuff, Mike.
Shit.
Good
That was
stuff.
very that was detailed.
And speaking of Swamp Ass, I guess we can move on to this whole Bungie thing. Because this is because this ain't good.
Jesus.
I mean, okay, so this is from IGN. Bungie devs say atmosphere is soul crushing amid layoffs, cuts, and fear of total Sony takeover. And
I hope they get community support award. I hope they do.
Oh,
just
dude.
because the amount of sense that would make would be phenomenal.
Imagine them winning the community support award and going up there having to say stuff. Thanks to our amazing community, and everyone's just booing them. Boo! Boo! Oh my god. So 1 month after a major round of layoffs impacted roughly 100 Bungie employees of 1,200, those remaining at the Destiny developers say the cuts, as well as other cost-cutting measures, came alongside an apparent scramble by studio leadership to avoid a total Sony takeover. Now, let's see. While the exact details of Sony's deal to acquire Bungie remain unknown to the public or employees, sources say they were told by leaders that the current split board structure is contingent on Bungie meeting certain financial goals. And this is where kind of things start to fall apart, because we know they didn't meet financial goals with Lightfall, Destiny 2 Lightfall, because that really underperformed. I think they were like, the official thing was like 40% below expectation, 40 to 50% below expectation of what they thought that would make. So it really underperformed. And if that's the case, then it looks like Sony could be in the process of just taking over that company. Because what this says here is that their whole independence at Sony was contingent on their success, and they haven't had much success. And if that's the case, well, here comes Sony, and they're gonna make some changes.
Oh man!
And I don't know. I'm gonna pass this off to you, because I mean, Bungie has had a nightmarish year, and this seems to be like every time we hear something from Bungie, we're like, it can't get worse than this. Well, it looks like it's about to get a lot worse, like a lot worse. So I mean, what are your initial thoughts hearing of a possible total takeover from Sony at Bungie?
I thought they wanted to do their own thing. I mean, I think that's really interesting, because hearing that, you know, their plans may change and they may not be allowed to really run it the way that they wanted to because of the, you know, what has kind of happened as of lately. You might see some of those ideals change, like dropping everywhere like Bungie wanted to. They might just stick to just in-house only. You know, even though I think it'd probably be more profitable for them to still stay kind of spread out everywhere. You just might see Sony get a little bit more selfish, and I don't really exactly blame them for it. You know, if this was Microsoft, on the other hand, right, I'd be like, yo, just focus on what you need to focus on, even if you have to cut out other people out of the picture. So I'm gonna say the same thing for Sony. Even if you have to cut out Xbox and PC, and you just want to focus on your own thing, if that's what's best for you, do it, because you guys are just looking rough right now in all directions. Like Sony first party looking at like the only one that doesn't look like they're not like a deer in the headlights right now is Insomniac.
Oh, they're crushing it.
and maybe Sony Santa Monica.
Yeah.
Because they did what they had to do. They did what they had to do.
They did.
They dropped Ragnarok. It was a great game. They're talking about DLC. I'm not looking at. I'm not pointing my fingers at Santa Monica at all. I'm not even really pointing my finger at Guerrilla, even though I didn't really love their game. They've been working. They put out a VR game. Who else has done that? Right? And like for that brand new piece of hardware, what other developer has been out there doing that? So like, I'll give a pass for Guerrilla. I'll give a pass for
Santa Monica.
For Insomniac, for Sony Santa Monica. I'll give those three a pass 100%. I'm kind of willing to give Sucker Punch a pass as well, because because if I'm keeping the same energy as for Xbox, and some of the studios hasn't really released any games for this generation yet, I like Coalition. The last time you seen Sucker Punch drop something, Coalition kind of dropped something. So I can't be mad at Sucker Punch when Coalition kind of dropped the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like Gears 5, Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
Close enough to the same time, about
a
year and a half, give or take, right?
Yeah.
So I can't be mad at them. But as for like, Naughty Dog, Bend, let's see, what are some of these other developers? Let me pull it up. I can see it right here. Well, they got rid of Pixel Opus, right? Man, I'm just looking around here. Fire Sprite, Firewalk.
That's right. They got those studios.
Yeah, games. Man, don't forget about it either.
Yeah.
San Diego, I think, only really works on the MLB game right now. Yeah. But yeah, there's and then there's like XDev, right? Are they the people like who are the people? No, I might be thinking of Fire Sprite or something like that. They're the people that were Call of Duty.
I think that was Firewalk.
Or is that Firewalk?
I think that's Firewalk. I could be wrong. It's Fire something. It's either Fire Sprite or Firewalk.
So it's one of those two. Okay, yeah. So I'm just saying, like, and then we have some of the other newly acquired one from the team that did Returnal.
Yeah,
I can't be too salty about them either, because they just came out of the game not that long ago. So I mean, I'm just looking at it and I'm just like, man, like it almost seems like half of your studios are just kind of like, we don't know anything really, right? Yes. And what we do know is live service.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, that's not that great. And then the one other promising thing that we have for PlayStation is from the same developer that's been carrying this entire generation.
Yep. Poor old Insomniac. It's a rough look. And Back from the Dead says, I'm a huge Destiny fan, but I'll be booing if they get the award. This is the most tone deaf year they've had in a long time. They tried to damage control multiple times and gave us a half a fix. And I'm telling you, we talked about this on Bullsitting weeks and weeks ago when the layoffs happened at Bungie, where Loke was like, yo, I think the community, like gamers, do this thing where, we get on a pedestal, we speak about something, but then we don't really let our actions speak for themselves in terms of like, in this case, boycotting Bungie. I think in this specific case, I think Loke is wrong on that. Because you look at what Back from the Dead said right there, a lot of Bungie and a lot of Destiny fans feel the exact same way. Where it's like, yo, we love you, but if it's gonna take us not supporting you for you to get your shit right and figure things out, then we're gonna have to do that. That's where I'm at. I'm not like, I know they're talking about the whole final shape for Destiny. I'm not getting that. I'd like to, but at the same time, I'm not trying to support you guys right now.
I'll be right back. I gotta check my daughter. She's homesick today, so I'll be right back. Like literally, like 30 seconds.
Take your time, but yeah, like I don't blame you back from the dead. I'm kind of in the same boat. I love Bungie. They're like historically one of my favorite developers of all time, but just they just didn't nail it this year. They didn't nail it. They did the exact opposite of nailing it this year, and it's a bad look for them. I see Mike said he wants Killzone. Yeah, right. I mean, maybe one day we'll see Killzone again in like 100 years from now. Bill says 60 Kotaku articles would be posted per day if this was Microsoft. That's something. In fact, when Ham gets back, I'm gonna ask about that. We're gonna talk about that because I would kind of agree with that. Back from that says, even as frustrated as I am, I'll admit I'm a complete fraud and we'll get the final shape day. Here's the thing, back from that. I'm not judging you for that. I'm not judging you for, because here's what's funny. I'm against all these PlayStation 5 upgrades and stuff for games. I'm getting Last of Us Part 2 remastered day one. $10 upgrade, I don't care. I'm getting it. Day one. 100%. Just the same way I got Uncharted the collection remastered, same way I got Last of Us Part 1 remastered, same, or remake, or whatever you want to call it. Like, it is what it is. I'm a fraud. I say things and then I make exceptions for the things I'm talking about. It's just the way it is, man. I don't blame you. I'm not going to judge you for that. But, yeah, as far as this being a whole, this would be bigger. This would be a bigger deal if it was Microsoft. I agree with that, Bill. I definitely agree with that. And that brings up the whole thing of, like, you know, the quote-unquote Xbox tax. When people talk about that, I don't think that the Xbox tax is only talking about bad things for Xbox. I think it's more of talking. I think it's more of, or I guess I don't think it's not. I think it's more of not talking about good things about.
I think
Xbox.
it's talking about. I think it's talking out of the side of your mouth whenever you're kind of saying something, or like backhanded compliments, and
sure,
or just like just general news that should be good, but's kind of taking a little bit of a side dump on it. Like,
yeah,
just recently the whole Redfall news, like that game's already been beat up enough, right? We get it. The game wasn't the best, and I agreed with that. But when they're still working to give you some sort of, you know, some sort of positivity through it, you get things from like IGN that say, the game has brand new updates, but still doesn't have this. And it's just like, they didn't mention that they were bringing this. Like,
exactly.
Like it's nowhere in the notes. And I mean, honestly, I don't know who's playing this game without internet, because they're like, you still have to be online to play this game, or DRM or something like that.
Oh, yeah, that's
like,
just stupid. That's just dumb.
I'm just like, why is that even being brought up right now? They're talking about, they literally just got like the, you know, the whole 60 FPS thing. They got the enemies working better on the, you know, in the field, and you know, they had a bunch of positive stuff, and it just seemed like they were just looking for, all right, what's not there that they said that they're going to work on. Okay, let's report on that. Let's put that as part of the title.
And that's 100%. That's what I mean when I say, like, I don't think the Xbox tax is like, we only report on negative things. I think it's their refusal to report on good things. It's their like you just said. You brought up Redfall. Like, we fixed all this stuff. Sure, it should have been fixed in the first place, but you're not even mentioning that it's fixed. You refuse to talk about good things. You won't. You just won't. And that's not just IGN. That's Kotaku. That's GameSpot. That's IGN. That's any of the.
Well, look
big
at
outlets.
what Eurogamer, said about Hi-Fi Rush. Like, like Xbox hasn't been at a consistent cadence. We'd love to give this game a higher score, but we just can't because of that. And it's like,
which is nuts.
You're gonna tell me that that's not a tax? That's literally that is the definition of a tax, right?
Yeah, that's a stupid thing.
What have you done for me lately? Oh, not enough. Well, the thing that I agree is great is now subpar because of what you've done.
100%. And it's like, well, where's that same energy for PlayStation? Was PlayStation done for you lately before Spider-Man? Because I mean, without Spider-Man, their year looks a lot like Xbox's year last year, except maybe a little bit worse. Because I don't know.
I'd say just having Spider-Man makes their year just a little bit better than Xbox in 2022. Because Xbox in 2022,
definitely.
Like the first party game was what, Pentiment?
Exactly. But I'm saying if you were to take out Spider-Man, they don't even have Pentiment.
Yeah, right. Well, so they got Chia.
True, I guess. Is Chia first party? That's not first party, is it?
I'm pretty sure that is, yeah.
Good for them. I didn't know that. Well, yeah. I mean, it's like, and that's kind of the thing where it's like, if they can say something like, "Oh, well, this game is great, but you haven't been keeping up with things the way I would like," where's that? Like, you could make that exact. I could write that exact same article for a Spider-Man. Phenomenal game, but you haven't been giving me enough lately, so this game isn't. It's kind of hard to rate this game the way I want to rate it.
Yeah, to me, that's a different argument. Like, talk about the game and then talk about, how the company's been doing in a separate article. Yes. Like, I don't understand how that's... What have you done for me lately mixed with, oh, this game is awesome, and then slamming them in the same story. It's like...
Doesn't make any sense. And it's also not helpful because I mean I would imagine as a game developer, as a game publisher, you're probably trying to see people's opinions on your game. I mean, just I guess I have there. You probably want to see what people think about your game. And when I get online and see someone say, "Oh, your game's great," but I'm not going to really rate it or give my opinion on it because the company didn't give me enough things I wanted. It's like, that's not helpful for anybody. It doesn't help anybody. And I don't get... That's, again, I say this so often when we talk about this stuff, but that's why I don't take anything seriously from any of these publications. Any of them. I don't take it seriously. Because it's like, I don't think many of these people should have voices, quite frankly. Or, take that back. I don't think these reviewers should have the voices that they have, if that's their philosophy. But it is what it is. But yeah, this, I guess, back to the whole Bungie thing. To give my thoughts on it, I mean, I know Ham kind of went off on it. It stinks. Bungie was like the reason I got into video games. They made Halo. And Halo is the reason I got into video games, the way I got into video games. And to see the studio that made Halo, that made Destiny, I love Destiny. I think the gameplay in Destiny is probably the best FPS gameplay today, but they just haven't. I mean, they just can't seem to keep up with what the community wants, or they just don't want to listen to what the community wants. But whatever it is, it's not good, and it just sucks to see him in this situation, especially after all they went through with Activision to finally go independent, to have the celebration they had when they went independent, to have the celebration they had when they were bought by Sony, to where they are now. It's just I don't know. It's not good. I don't love it, but I mean I hope the best for him, and I hope everything works out, and I hope they can turn it around and give us some things that we like to play, because I still really do want to see Bungie succeed. But yeah, that's the situation going on over at Bungie. But I wanted to bring up the Game Awards, because there's a rumor, one specific rumor I'd like to talk about. But I also wanted to ask a question. What do you think we see at the Game Awards? And we did the whole predictions of what we thought will win and its given category. I'm talking about games being revealed or games showing updates. What do you think we see? And it could be from Xbox, it can be from PlayStation, it could be third party, it can be anything. What do you think? Give me 3 games you think we see at the Game Awards. Updates or reveals, whatever.
I feel like they're gonna show off something that has to do with Last of Us from
Okay.
PlayStation. Other than that, for PlayStation, you might see it's not even for PlayStation really. I mean, it is for PlayStation, but it's not by PlayStation. It's like Final Fantasy, right?
Oh, okay.
7 Rebirth. So I think we'll see like another like trailer possibly for that. I just don't other than that, I really don't know what to really expect from Sony. Maybe a Rise of the Ronin
That'd be nice.
video and like reveal on a date reveal for that or something like that. That would be cool.
That would be.
Right?
Yeah.
As for like Nintendo,
Oof.
I know you would love to see the new Metroid, right?
Yeah, that's gonna happen. That'll happen. I can't wait for that. Yeah, give me that, please. And like 2045.
You sound so confident. Let's see. And then for Xbox, it's just like, dude, what will they decide to bring here? Because they got a lot going on kind of in the background. So, oh man, like I'm hoping that we see Hellblade, like some fighting.
Same.
Hellblade. I think there's a big possibility that we see Indiana Jones.
That would be the time to show it. The Game Awards. It's a big
Right?
audience.
It's a big audience, and it's a very casual IP.
Yes.
Right? Even though it's starting to trend into kind of a cult classic now, just because of to me, just because of the way the last movie did. The last movie didn't do too well.
It's pretty bad, yeah.
So it's the last movie kind of making it look like a cult classic for New Day folks, right? Even though it's very casual to old folks. Let's see, any other games I want to throw out there. It'd be really cool to see, of course, like new games that we haven't seen, but I don't know. Maybe they might save that for like a developer direct, because I was thinking maybe Avowed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's interesting.
But maybe they might hold that off for like a developer direct, just kind of go a little deeper into that. So I don't know. Maybe there's some sort of like now I'm gonna kind of aim for the fences.
Go for it.
So maybe we see what Kojima and Xbox has been working on, or maybe even Sega with their Super game that they're working with Xbox on.
Yeah,
that's me swinging for the fence.
Yeah, I think Kojima makes sense. I think Kojima will be there in some way, shape, or form. Whether that's Death Stranding 2 or
I really
Xbox.
hope he's not there for Death Stranding 2, because I feel like we just keep seeing that over and over.
I think he will be.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be Death Stranding.
I hope not. I mean, I'm looking forward to playing Death Stranding 2. I don't need to see that at every award show that Keighley kind of has, or it feels like I've at least seen it twice.
Yeah, I think so. It would be nice to see what, just any sort of hint of what Kojima's working on with Xbox. All we know is it's leveraging the cloud in some way, shape, or form. And that's really all we know. But it would be nice to see that. Have you heard any rumors? Because there's one rumor in particular that I was gonna bring up. But have you heard any rumors about an Xbox studio that might be there to announce their next game?
Well, have you heard something about Coalition or something?
Arcane.
Arcane.
The rumor is Dishonored 3. I mean, we're all assuming Dishonored 3 because Austin just did Redfall. It would be back to Leon. It's either Deathloop or Dishonored, and we're all just kind of assuming it's Dishonored 3 to be shown at the Game Awards.
I'm not gonna lie. I hope it's not Deathloop because I that just wasn't for me.
That's fair. I listen. I mean, whatever it is, it's. I mean, it's in Game Pass, so it's day one. But regardless, it's day one for me. Whatever it is, if it's Dishonored 3 though, or God, dude, if they give Prey 2 to Arcane Leon, and they show us Prey 2, or maybe it is Arcane Austin, and it's Prey 2 from Arcane Austin, dude, I'm gonna lose my shit. If it's Prey 2 or Dishonored 3, I'm gonna lose my shit. 100%. I really hope it pans out to be true. That we see the Arcane there in some way, shape, or form with their new game, some sort of announcement, just a teaser, a logo, whatever they want to show. I'm down for it. As for myself, what I think would be there at this thing, forget the whole Arcane thing. That's a rumor. What I think they show, you mentioned Hellblade. I'm with you on that. I'm almost certain they're going to show Hellblade. Problem is, I want it to be combat. I don't want to see Senwa again, and she's just talking to herself. Because I get it. That's in the game. I get it. But you guys talked about all this combat training y'all were doing, and studying the combat and really trying to make it feel right, and we haven't seen it yet. And the game, like Phil Spencer was just talking about the game not too long ago, it's not far away from what he says. I believe his exact quote was, "It's not far away." So it's like, if it's not far away,
she said it's even closer than you think, or something like that.
Yes, and it's like, if it's closer than we think, show me combat, please, anything. Like, I believe in you guys. I trust you did it right. I just want to see it. That's all I want to see. I just want to see it for myself. But I think Hellblade's there. I think Perfect Dark could be there.
That would be insane.
I
know that they're talking about some sort of big reveal, though, and it has to be big enough for them to tell you literally on your Xbox or on the Xbox app on your PC to tune in to the award show. So, and keep in mind, it's not like they're telling you to do it because Starfield is on one ballot. They're not telling you to do it for that reason. I feel like they have something to show you.
Yeah, and that's what's interesting. It's fun to speculate on because I don't know what if it's a reveal, something we haven't seen before. We literally don't know what it could be. So at that point, it just becomes, what studio do you think it is? And at this point, they have so many fucking studios, it's hard to remember, like, all their studios. So, I mean, if it's something that they really want you to see, I would imagine it's something on the level, whether it's Perfect Dark or not. I would imagine it's something on the level of Perfect Dark, which has me very interested, because Perfect Dark, I mean, that was my N64 game. Like, I didn't have an N64, but whenever I went over to my friend's house and we played N64, we didn't we played GoldenEye a little bit, but Perfect Dark was the game for us. But whatever it is that they show, we know it's going to be something big. And it also raises the question with Xbox, like, maybe they only show one or two things there. Because they also have Developer Direct. Ham mentioned that earlier too, where it's like, if Developer Direct's going to be a thing every year, and it seemed like, why not? Because fans really loved it last year or this year, so why not make it a thing going forward? Maybe they save a few things for Developer Direct. But whatever the case may be, I mean, it seems like we're going to be seeing something from Xbox. For PlayStation, I mean, I don't know what PlayStation shows at this. I think Ham mentioned Rise of the Ronin. I think Rise of the Ronin would be really cool, because just for me personally, because I'm really interested in Rise of the Ronin. That game looks sick. It's from the people who did Wolong Fallen Dynasty. Forget their names. Is that Team Ninja? I think, who did Wolong Fallen Dynasty.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's from those people. I'm interested to see what that is. Hopefully that's there in some way, shape, or form. As far as PlayStation first party, I don't know what would really be there. Ham mentioned Last of Us. I guess it's safe to assume we'll see Last of Us in some way, shape, or form. But just new shit, I'm not entirely sure.
It'd be really cool to see an official reveal, like an official, like, not a 10-second trailer, like something that's like a minute long at least, of Wolverine. I mean, I kind of feel silly saying that, because it's just like, you guys literally just came out with a game like a month and a half ago or a month ago, right?
Yeah.
So I feel a little ridiculous wanting that and kind of selfish, but at the same time, I'm just like, dude, you guys haven't told me anything that you guys are really working on other than that. So
yeah, it would be nice to see that. It'd be nice to see that, but like, as much as I want to see that, I want to see some, because I know about Wolverine. I'm like, I trust Insomniac implicitly to make Wolverine good, especially now. Especially now that they said it's going to be a violent game, it's going to have violence. Expect that. I'm happy. I'm happy to hear that. I want to see a new thing from place, if they're going to be there in some way, shape, or form, showing off stuff. Just a new thing, like Santa Monica's game. Even if it's just a logo, show me a logo. Give me the name of it. It's supposed to be some sci-fi game. Give me the name of it. Just show me the name. Give me something to be excited about. I feel like it would be such an easy win, especially the year that PlayStation had, where it's like, yeah, they just released Spider-Man 2. It's going to go on to sell stupid amounts of copies for sure. But it's like, up until that point, you guys had a pretty rough year. And we don't know anything about 2024. It would be cool if you gave us something to be excited about for 2024. Especially, it's the end of the year. Give us something to go into the holidays and get us pumped up for 2024. I'd be happy. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Third party is tough because you never know. I think BioShock might be there. I think BioShock might show up in some way.
BioShock?
Yeah, they're working on a BioShock game.
That'd be interesting to see. How about that one game that's inspired by BioShock?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It's from the dude who literally made BioShock with his new studio. I know what you're talking about. I forget the name of it though. I'll see if I can find that on YouTube real quick. BioShock creator's new game. Judas. It's called Judas.
Yeah, Judas.
That game looked really cool, and I can't remember when they showed us that. Was that at the Game Awards last year?
I believe so, yeah.
That would make a lot of sense to be at this year's show then. I would love to see that. In fact, I'll tell you what, maybe it's controversial. I would like to see that more than I would like to see the new BioShock. I mean, if you want to show me both of them, I'll take it. But if you made me pick, I want to see that more. Just because it's a new thing, new twist on something we've experienced before. And I would love to see that. But yeah, third party is kind of difficult to gauge for. But yeah, I'd love to see that. And then you mentioned Nintendo. I don't know what Nintendo does because I fully don't expect them to show Metroid Prime 4. I don't think that game is real at this point. I don't think it's a real game. I think they made that specifically to get people excited, and then they just that game could be canceled for all I know. I don't know what's going on with that, but I mean that's the only thing I would like to see from Nintendo at this thing. I can't think of a Nintendo game that would get me excited that isn't Metroid Prime 4. So I don't even know what to say about Nintendo, but that is that for the Game Awards. And then I think there was one more thing I wanted to talk about. Oh, yeah. Halo Infinite. Actually, no, before we get into that. Fallout, because I want to mention the trailer for Fallout, the TV show. You've seen it, right?
Yeah. It looks really good.
I would definitely agree with you there. I saw that trailer. I remember... Like, I for whatever reason, I don't have high hopes for things that... For like, video games that get adapted into TV shows. I just instinctively don't have high hopes for it. But that trailer got me very optimistic about this. They nailed the tone, first of all. The music in the trailer was phenomenal. I mean, the violence in the trailer, the comedy in the trailer, I feel like they kind of nailed the tone of Fallout. I'm definitely interested to see this, and it comes out April 12th, I believe, so it's not too far off. And then also, before we get into Halo, we might as well talk about the Halo Season 2 trailer. Have you seen the Season 2 trailer for Halo?
No, I haven't seen that yet. Does it look pretty? I know you haven't even finished the show.
I haven't finished Season 1, but seeing Season
Tragic.
2's trailer makes me want to go watch that. Because Season 2's trailer looks nice. In fact, let me see if I can bring this up. Halo Season 2 trailer. Also, if you're somebody who doesn't have Paramount Plus, I do believe they made Season 1 entirely free on YouTube. Like, you can watch Season 1 of Halo for free on YouTube, I believe was the announcement. But let me bring this up here. Okay, that's cool. There we go. Full screen and play. But yeah, Season 2's trailer looked hot. There's definitely a pretty big emphasis on combat. And,
okay, Asante's back. Nice.
Right? They, did they show him, like, glassing the planet and shit? It looks nuts. Oh, man. Okay, I'm just sat here watching it like an idiot. But, yeah, that looks awesome.
I can't look at this right now. I haven't seen it yet. I need to hear it.
Oh, yeah, true. That's a good point. That's a good point. We'll take that. But we are going to talk about Halo for a minute because Halo Infinite Firefight King of the Hill just dropped. I don't know if you saw it earlier in the show. In fact, I'm going to skip back to it. I was playing some Halo Infinite Firefight, and that shit is hot. That is a fun time. Have you haven't gotten a chance to play it yet? You told me that before the show, right?
Right.
So, are you excited to check it out?
I'm pretty excited to check it out. It'll be. I mean, I've played Firefight before, so I kind of know what to expect from previous Halos. But yeah, I mean, it's another way to. Yeah. They got a King of the Hill version out now, which is pretty interesting. I'm definitely down to give it a try. It looks like a good time. I love playing co-op games, so I'm in.
Definitely. And
simply put,
in fact, I might stream that tonight. Maybe, possibly. We'll see. I see if Mike wants to play. Do you want to play tonight?
I don't see why not. So
Yeah, I might stream it tonight later. We'll figure out the time later, but that is awesome. If you haven't checked it out yet, definitely get on there, check it out. It is fun as hell. It's fun as hell. Plus, the King of the Hill aspect makes it really fresh. I'm interested to try the heroic version of it though, where it's like a lot more difficult. In fact, I might do that after the show. But yeah, definitely check that out if you haven't yet. Forge updates as well, ranked and custom game browser improvements. They've also added, now you can search for custom games. You can search in the custom games browser with your Fire team, which was a problem that was there for forever, where you couldn't take your friends with you to search for custom games. So they fixed that. They got the Firefight in there. It is. I'm looking forward to trying some of that. Might even do some of that tonight when we're playing. But yeah, man, it's a dope time. Definitely recommend checking it out if you haven't already. But let's see here. I thought there was one more topic, and I'm struggling to find it. I swear there was one more topic. Oh, the PlayStation wrongly banning accounts.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yes, PSN account bans led to players temporarily losing access to games and subscription. This is just a wild development, especially coming after the news that they're pulling all Discovery TV content from their I guess their movies and shows app that their whatever their equivalent is of that for PlayStation. But this is accounts being banned randomly. So you get banned, you lose access to your games and your subscriptions, and unless they reinstate your account, then you've just, whether it was by mistake or not, you just lost access to all that stuff you purchased. And I saw you guys talking about this, but I wanted to ask you, okay, what are your thoughts on, Sony wrongly banning PSN accounts? What do you think? Because you said the word you used was weird, and Loke had a huge contention with that, apparently.
Yeah, we were tripping.
But I would agree with you. This is weird. It's a head scratch. It's a head scratcher. It doesn't make any sense. It's weird. It's strange. I don't know why it's happening. But what are your thoughts on this whole situation?
I mean, it stinks. It just feels like another domino falling off in the wrong direction, right? You're trying to set your dominoes all up so they can, fall together, but you set a couple up and then knock a couple down on accident. It's like, God damn it, can't seem to quite get things completely in order. I more or less feel bad for just anybody that has to kind of go through that stuff. And I'm gonna look at it the same way I looked at it with Xbox, especially when I seen High on Sales lose her shit. I'm gonna keep the same energy. It's just bullshit. It's stupid. You put all that money in there, you probably put thousands of dollars. If you're a big time gamer and that's what that's your main hobby, you put thousands of dollars into an account.
Mm-hmm.
And just to have it, taken away or hacked and not able to get back, or some reason it just disappears and you call and they don't want to help. It's just ridiculous. It's like, dude, I spend all this money for your company. You should be able to take a few minutes of your time and give me my shit back. It doesn't matter what kind of criteria that you need. Give me the ability to follow that criteria. You have these you have all these things like authentications and all that kind of shit. What is that good for if you're just gonna lose your shit?
Yep, 100%. And it seems like it happens. Granted, it happens like you just brought up the whole situation with cells. It happens on Xbox, but it's one of those things where it just for whatever reason you hear about it more on PlayStation. You hear about this kind of thing happening, just weird shit with accounts, whether it's stuff being hacked, whether in this case, hey, randomly people are losing access to their accounts. And it's not just like, again, it's not just like cell situation on Xbox where it's like this person lost her access to her account. Over here, it's like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people are losing access to their account for seemingly no reason. And then all of a sudden, PlayStation has to go back and reinstate them. It's like, well, why did that happen? What happened at your guys's? What happened behind the scenes that made me lose my account? Is the thing that I'm interested to find out. Like, because I can't imagine what the reason would be. Like, what had to go wrong for that to happen? Who knows? But it's just it's a silly situation. But it does seem like they're slowly rectifying it, reinstating the accounts that were banned. So slowly but surely, it seems like all the people who were wrongfully banned are going to be back on their accounts, hopefully sooner rather than later. Because like you said, that's, in a lot of cases, thousands and thousands of dollars. And also, just on top of the dollar amount, that's a lot of time put into an account. Just a lot of your time as a person put into an account. And you're losing that as well when this kind of shit happens. So hopefully they get that all sorted out. But I think that was the last topic for today.
Okay.
Looks like it is. But yeah, we can get into the outros. Ham, let them know where they can find you, bud.
Yeah, you can find me here every Wednesday with Matt, or you can find me on K Mega's channel as well. Every Friday or every other Monday for the crossover podcast that we do back and forth on my channel and his channel. So that's why I said every other Monday. And then for the most part, you can find me on my channel, which is TSWS Gaming here on YouTube. I do shows on there every other Monday, like I just got done saying. Every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. This coming Thursday, I'm not doing an episode of Behind Them Six. I'm actually doing a kind of review of the Game Awards and how I kind of feel, kind of thoughts and processes. Just because I don't feel like there's any point in doing an interview with somebody when everybody's focus is the Game Awards. Like, no, like I love the people that I interview, but sometimes it's just not. It's just not ideal. No one's trying to listen to somebody's come up in gaming when they literally just got their fucking mind blown by by seeing some new dope games. So I want to talk about what's a little bit more relevant to that day, and then next week we'll bring back Behind Them Six with another awesome guest and stuff like that. Friday we got bull sitting.
It's gonna be good.
What I'm trying to kind of strive for on my channel right now is dropping one video, like 1 10-minute and under video per week. I did it today. Dropped a video. I dropped a video today. Called Good News and Bad News for GTA 6. And we talked about some of that stuff here. It's only it's like a 6.5 minute video. It's super short. I'm just trying to tailor, my content for everybody. So in case you don't want to watch a 2-hour podcast, you have 10 minutes to at least check this out. And if you don't have for that, then you have 60 seconds for a short. I'm just trying to tailor it for everybody. I've been really lazy about it, but hey, if I want to see my numbers move, that's the kind of stuff that I got to do. That and appear on other people's shows and talk to them about stuff and whatnot. So you'll be seeing a lot more from my channel if you stick with me.
Sounds good, man. Yeah, definitely. I need to get back into the videos too. I mean, outside of like the videos I make, I need to get back into, the new stuff. In fact, I might. It's Wednesday. I might try that next week. I might work over the weekend, especially after the Game Awards. That'd be the perfect time to do it. Is work over the weekend on a video for Monday. That would be pretty nice. But yeah, are you streaming the Game Awards by chance, or are you just going live after?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Are you streaming the Game Awards, or are you going to go live after?
Oh, I'm definitely not streaming the Game Awards. No, 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 no. There's been
Okay.
too many copyright issues whenever I do that. So
Okay.
instead of doing that, I'm just gonna talk about each one and just kind of play it in the background,
Okay.
while I'm watching it without the music and sound, because I just don't want to deal with the copyright stuff. It's so annoying. Anytime you get done having a great time in your video, you end the stream and you go to bed, wake up the next day to see that there's copyright bullshit all over the place on it. So it's just like,
Yeah, don't blame
I
me.
don't even want to deal with doing the live show. I'll just do it afterwards and do a review, so then there's nothing that they can argue with me about.
Smart. That is smart. Yeah. I was thinking about streaming it, and if I do, it's not going to be on this channel. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, if you want to do that, like for the Game Drain channel and whatnot, I'll come check you out. And I
I
mean,
might do
that's
that.
really the channel that we do the BS stuff on. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, and just as a heads up to anybody that's watching right now, I am taking a leave
Mm-hmm.
from the Game Drain on Sundays and whatnot, just because I'm trying to get my own shit together, and I'm trying to do what Ron Swanson says. Don't
Yeah.
half-ass a bunch of things, whole ass one thing. So trying to do
100%.
that.
100%. So yeah, I might stream that over there on when does that start tomorrow? It's like 7 or 8 or something like that. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. I'll be streaming it over there on the Game Drain. So if you want to watch the live reaction of that, we'll probably talk about it a little bit afterwards as well for, maybe 20, 30 minutes. But yeah, check that out if you want to see that. As for anything else related to me, I mean, Jay Rambert comes in. Did y'all hear the Xbox rumors? What Xbox rumors? Because we talked about a little bit about Arcane. So uh, let us know. Let us know what Xbox rumor you're referring to. I also saw. See if I can find this real quick. While you were talking there, I saw. God, where's it at? I just saw it. Oh my god. RBG. Damn it. I saw something. I can't find it now. Uh, Wu-Tang Clan action RPG details.
Oh shit!
uh,
I just said this the other day on somebody's podcast. I said it in the chat. I think it was on point for gamers, which is C Money and
mhm.
Doodle and all of them folks over there, them good people over there. They had a phenomenal episode with Randall Thor yesterday, kind of doing his history, kind of like what I do on Behind Them Sticks, but just different. Just different. I like their swag. They do very good content over there. Definitely not hating just because they do something similar to me. They do it differently, and I like it and I
Sure.
respect it. And they had some really dope questions that they asked Rand as well. So definitely go check that out if you guys haven't yet. I'm all for supporting all sorts of different types of people. Even content that's seemingly similar to my own. Definitely check it out. But yeah, I put in their comment section yesterday while watching their show that I'd love to see the Wu-Tang game come through and just show out. And it'd be amazing. I don't know. Man, I would change some of my attitude on Jeff Keighley if he ended up having Wu-Tang come to stage. I really would.
Sure. So
I'd be like, look at Jeff. Look at Jeff. I'd be so proud of him. if he did that, but I just
cultured.
don't see that happening.
Yeah. So Jay Rambert in the chat says, he's talking about Arcane. He says he's hearing that it's Dishonored 3 or Blade.
If it's Blade,
if Arcane's doing Blade, I'm gonna shit all over myself. Okay, I'm just letting you guys know. So I just want you guys to be clear on that. But Wu-Tang Clan action RPG details before we get up out of here. This is from a Reddit leak. Gameplay evolves around fast-paced melee combat in third person with a strong focus on having both music and combat intertwined. Players can choose from 4 different weapons that all have different...
Wait, what game are you talking about?
Wu-Tang Clan.
Restart now.
Okay,
Restart from the top.
The Wu-Tang Clan action RPG details. The gameplay evolves around fast-paced melee combat in third person with a strong focus on having both music and combat intertwined. Players can choose from 4 different weapons that all have different and unique playstyles, single swords, dual swords, etc. It's understood that the game features a massive catalog of the Wu-Tang Clan's music, most of which has been reimagined by producer and DJ Just Blazed for the game. Gathered loot and items all fit into this Game Central social hub named The Neighborhood. Here, players will be able to sell their loot, listen to music, and show off their unique fashion choices with one another. Sources outline that the game will be a welcome space for all players and will center around characters from the BIPOC and historically marginalized communities. Okay, so action, fast-paced melee combat, third person, 4 different weapons. They're talking about swords and dual swords. I'm intrigued by this. Fast-paced
I want that Tiger style.
Yeah, fast-paced combat sounds pretty wild. And a game that is the Wu-Tang Clan action RPG. I want to see what that's like. I really want to see what that's like. Also, they're talking about like a hub area called The Neighborhood. Like this, I want to see more of that. It would be amazing for that to be at the Game Awards. It would be amazing for that, and
it'd be the perfect place for it.
It would be, and you kind of wonder if that's the case because, I mean, this leak comes out a day before the Game Awards.
Yeah,
it would make sense that hey, maybe it's at the Game Awards. We'll see, but I'm definitely interested in that.
I'm telling you, if it is that, then hold the phone, man. I am just, I'm taken aback.
I'm ready.
I think that would be the dopest announcement since they announced Ark Survival 2. Or Ark Survival Evolved 2. And you know how I feel about that game.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying everybody feels that way.
No,
I'm not saying that even slightly. But how I feel about Ark. And if I'm putting it on that level, if I'm putting it on that pedigree of I'll be that excited. Like, keep in mind, I put 150 days into Ark just alone. So
yeah,
I'm ready to go, man. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. Let's go.
I mean, what if that's the big reveal? What if the reason Xbox is like, yo, you need to tune into this? What if it's the Wu-Tang Clan game? What if it's because the thing is, when they announced this, I was like, oh, they're going to be working on some small, but maybe it's not small. Maybe it's a big deal. I don't know. I'm interested to see more on this, definitely, for sure. But yeah, let's get up out of here. I mean, we're all gonna find out in a little over 24 hours. We're gonna find out what's going on for Xbox and everybody else in general. But like I was saying, for myself,
28 hours or something like that.
Yeah, man, it's not very long. Not very long at all. But for myself, you can find me here, like Ham said, Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern for the Two Player Podcast. And you can find myself here as well. Videos Monday and Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern. You can check me out with that. On Twitter at Matt Likes Games. And then on Fridays, you can check me out on Ham's channel for Bull Sitting at 4 p.m. Eastern. And then Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern for the Game Drain. Looking forward to that. And that is where you can find me. But with that being said, thank you all for watching. We will see y'all next week. Peace.